Live?
A destination cannot be started. Click here to see the details. Let's see which one. One of the Instagrams is fine, so that's fine. I think it's my Instagram, but that's cool.
Hey, so
our live.
People in the comments, you might have to monitor it, or if people have questions or something, if you want to throw that out, Amir, please do. As far as the YouTube and the Facebook. We're live?
Yes, we are live.
We are live on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, we have one person looking on Men's Viewpoint right this second.
Okay. We're here. So listen. Welcome to the Men's Viewpoint podcast. Y'all see that we are here at the Private Banking Society studio. Shout out to my brother Jake Taylor Jacobs and the whole squad. Shout out to my brother, photographer, videographer, my boy Amir, our producer. Shout out to Amir Curry in the background.
What's up with it?
Listen. We are blessed to have a new beginnings.
We got 19 viewers right now.
Hey man,
they love it.
Listen, man. 2023, man. It's a lot on the palette. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be definitely, going up from here. So now, man, brother Jacob, we appreciate you, brother. Mary, as always, brother, we appreciate you.
Appreciate my brothers.
Yeah,
listen. Sometimes God will elevate people to help His own people.
That's a fact.
You see that? And
especially when your heart's in the right place.
This is the new studio. I know y'all see the quality of the cameras. I know you see the quality of the audio. Something that boss been wanting to do for so long.
Man, listen, bro. We'll be talking on the mic. The mics are hooked up, but they ain't hooked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's still, when you see the podcast, we just, you know what I'm talking about? We just, but it is what it is, man. You got to start somewhere. The good thing about it is that we started. Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people get held up at. It's trying to be perfected and be perfect before, putting a foot forward, and just go. Just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Jump and figure it out as you fall.
Gotcha. So listen, any of you that are in the audience, if you want to ask any questions, we have our producer Amir watching the actual live feed. So he will throw us some questions or some comments. So if you have any questions or comments during the duration of this conversation, you are free to ask. But we're going to hold the men accountable today. We're going to talk about how we can become better men in today's society.
Right.
So with that being said, Brother Boss, talk to us.
I mean, well, no, man. Number one, I want to say just, today has been this whole entire week has been a blessed week.
Okay.
Just staying busy, staying focused. Not getting off track. It's easy to get distracted in 2023.
Yes, sir.
Social media, life, friends, family. It's so much happening all at one time. And as a man, you have to be able to juggle. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, I will be honest and say that my juggling skills are not that. They're not where I feel that they should be at. So I'm somebody who is phenomenal at taking down one thing at a time. Or if I can zoom in on y'all, I can knock it out. But juggling 25 different moving pieces, it's a task for me, but I'm here for it. So
I think a lot of men have that issue. Not saying all, but I think a lot of men have those issues, and I think that's where a lot of women complain about us not having balance. Because think about it, like when we're going through things, a lot of times we don't really communicate with the woman in our life because we're processing.
Right.
And men, we naturally internalize because it depends on what type of man you are. We're used to figuring it out. Right. And if we don't figure it out, we're not going to call our friends for help. Right. Sometimes we will, depending on what it is, but that ego, that ego and that pride is always there. It's lurking.
Yeah.
It's scratching our back.
Yeah.
The ego and pride is always there. So I feel like that we process and we internalize so much, and that's why it's even hard for us to let our women in because we do that. And then not only that, I think it's a safe space for a lot of us that we don't let our woman in. We don't let, and that's sad that you can be in a whole relationship or married and not let your woman in. But we'll talk about we'll expound on that later.
Right.
But we feel like it's all on us. Because think about it, even in relationships, when you have a man, I'm talking about a real man. I'm not talking about a lot of the toxic experiences that some women in the comments might be communicating about their experiences. We're not talking about that man. Right. We're talking about a positive, productive man that's used to getting things done, that prides himself on being the man's man.
Right.
We feel like a failure if we don't get it done.
That's a fact. That's 100% fact. 100% fact.
We feel like a failure.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying a failure to the extent where we're not going to get back up and try again.
Well, no, hell no.
It's a level of disappointment.
Exactly, because you hold yourself to a standard, and especially when you're climbing that mountain, you know there's more in you. You know what I'm saying? You know there's more capacity within you. So therefore, when you're aware, you want to be able to reach it. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're competitive by nature, so we want to be able to, be that guy. Now, I will tell you this. There's a space where, a lot of us have to reach that. I guess that level of, I would say, understanding, for lack of better words, to where it's like, man.
Make sure you engage with your camera.
Oh, I see y'all. But, but regardless, man, it's a space to where, once we reach a level of maturity, I believe that we understand there's so much more to give. It's so much more to life than making money and buying a Rolls Royce.
Okay,
right?
Talk to us.
It's so much more to life than, buying or getting your money and buying $1 million home or jewelry or what, like just the whole nine. Really, in my essence, I would say it's really more about impacting somebody else, bringing a message to the table that makes, to help bring people to light as well, rather than you getting enlightened and then you taking off and running somewhere else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So as a man, just kind of piggybacking off, from that standpoint, I think that's very, very important.
So do you believe, like, based on what you're saying, that taking our resources out of our community, when I say that, just even the mental resources, not necessarily the financial resources, because you're saying that, hey, I got it together. I think, why do you think a lot of men have an issue with reaching back? And let me say this, because if the majority of our homes today are single mother households, then we, which are the men who have to set the tone in the culture from a masculine standpoint. And ladies, there's nothing wrong with a man being masculine, because I don't know.
That's common sense.
I don't know too many women. Me personally.
Right.
I really only don't know a woman person that I know that's attracted from a romantic standpoint to a feminine man.
They're not. It's all propaganda, and it's all an agenda. It's all propaganda, and unfortunately, a lot of our sisters have been misled with that. But any woman with a firm foundation, any level, comments, and her essence tells her she seeks somebody that is superior to her. She wants somebody that she can lean on and count on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, but go ahead with what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but to the point is, we have to set the tone in the culture.
Right.
And I believe as men, then we have to reach back and start mentoring the youth. Kind of like the Bible talks about that the older women are supposed to teach the younger women. Now I'm about to get on the women real quick. Just
go ahead.
Let me get off on this exit real quick. Then I'm gonna hop back on the highway, because if the older women don't set the standard for the younger women, then who gonna stand it? Because the men, we're not, unless y'all gonna depend on the transgender men who have a problem with women saying that they're women. They do. Right. I'm being transparent right now. This is not a condemning thing. I'm being straight up that if the women are not going to set the standard for the women, then what other individual is going to set the standard for the women?
Right.
And watch this. Because in today's time, you can't tell the mother from the daughter.
You cannot. That's a fact. Both of them are doing the exact same thing.
And in some instances, you can't tell. It's sad when you can't differentiate between the granddaughter and the daughter. The grandmother and the granddaughter.
Right.
Because you got the grandmother in the TikTok video.
Right. Facts.
Doing the same thing that the granddaughter is doing.
Exact same thing, and I don't really get a lot of that attention on my timelines anymore. But I will tell you this: if I ever do see it, which every blue moon I do, I just put a clown emoji on it. I just keep going.
So watch this.
Keep scrolling.
Hopping back on the highway. Yeah. I don't know a man that was in the streets, that thugged in the streets. That I'm talking about the men that I know personally. That want their child to follow in their footsteps. So you know what we do? We either clean up our act or we hide it. You got women that don't hide themselves being thoughts.
Right.
You can take a man that's in the streets heavy. He don't want his son doing that. Right. But you got women in the streets and she not hiding it because she bringing every man she date around her grandkids.
Right.
And let her grandkids see these men in and out. We're not even talking about the dynamic between the mother and the daughter. We're talking about the grandmother and the granddaughter.
Right. No, you're right.
So
you're right.
To stomp down on my point was, I was just saying this, that we got to reach back to our young men. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to start mentoring our young men, even if they not our child. And we have to mentor, and we can't be sleeping with the woman. We can't go mentor this kid down the street and then be sleeping with his mama.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
We're talking about manning up, right?
No. We're gonna keep it a buck.
Okay,
We're gonna definitely keep it a buck, man. You know, and I know some brothers may laugh, some brothers may minimize it, but I really believe it'll be healthy for a lot of our brothers to go celibate. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Most of them are celibate.
You know, 100%. And
what you say, Amir?
Most of them are celibate.
Well, I understand that, but we're talking about the men with plenty of options.
Okay.
So,
right. But Amir, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Talk to me. Go ahead.
I don't believe that, Amir. I don't believe, because there's this philosophy, especially in the red pill space, that so many men are out here virgins, bro. I really don't believe it.
No, it's true.
So
I think so.
Yeah.
I got something to say on that.
That are virgins?
So
virgins.
Honestly, most men cap. We are taught from the youngest age to be. That's
true.
You know,
you're right about
the more
that.
women we have, the better we are. So we start capping
That's
at
a fact.
The youngest of ages. But I knew so many men growing up in high school that was like, even a girl I talked to, right?
Okay.
She told me she lost her virginity in college.
Okay.
Right? But men were telling boys were telling other boys back in high school and junior high that they were sleeping with her.
Exactly.
But it's like, and it's not like the lames, it's like the jocks were saying it.
Gotcha.
So the whole football team was like, oh yeah, that was me. No, nobody touched her.
Gotcha.
So I knew from a young age that, I'm not gonna curse on here because I don't want to get banned. But ninjas was lying,
right?
Because I was sleeping with them.
Ninjas been lying.
Well, I'm gonna say this, I hold myself to the fire. Like, I wanted to look cool, so I was acting like I was doing something when I wasn't. I wasn't intimate with anyone because I didn't lose my virginity until I was 16. So
yeah, I didn't lose mine until I was 18.
So I can honestly say that I was capping about doing it, and I wasn't. But I ain't gonna lie. But once I did it, it was over with.
Right.
Once that appetite, it was over.
See, my thing is this though. You know, to a lot of my brothers out there, man. What I have an issue with is men that are, 35, 40 years old, still doing the same movement that they was doing when they was 19 and 20.
I can rock with
it.
And
that's just a real that's a problem. Like the lack of the maturity, and how a lot of guys will get online and defend it, and will stand on whatever business they got to talk about, defending nonsense. And it's just like, bro, it's like, it's not even cool. Like, I don't, like, me personally, I don't care how many, you know what I'm saying, women, this dude, and I give zero damns. What have you built? Or what businesses have you passed over to these kids, to these children?
Gotcha.
What woman life have you impacted that showed her that, for the women out there who don't have a father, who have a bad stereotype towards men, what woman have you impacted in a positive way to help change that narrative?
I agree.
You follow what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Because a lot of us, I mean, again, I'm pretty sure we all done dabbled. I know for sure I have. So it's just one of those spaces. It's like, okay, cool. Okay, I get it. We all done did it. We get it, right? But it's just we're getting older and we're getting more mature, and to continue to perpetuate a known issue. It's not even a guess. It's a known issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
so it's crazy. So you're saying the known issue is men dealing with women that they have no vision for?
Let's start there. So I would say let's start with men who sleep with women. We all did it, but let's just start with a point. How we will sleep with women, like you just say, low-hanging fruit. Mm-hmm. We know we don't want nothing from them. We know we don't want nothing long-term. I'm sorry. We want nothing long-term from them. We know for 100% we probably didn't want to be seen in public with them. You already know how that go too, right? But to the ones that fit this space.
Vampires.
But the second they get pregnant, we scoop. It's easy to dip when you never saw nothing there anyways. Mm-hmm. It's easy to run when you never respected her anyways. And so my point is, now with a better level of understanding, why even waste your time with it? Why are you still 40 years old, 35 years old, 50? I didn't see them in their 50s. Mm-hmm. Why are you still dealing with women you see no tomorrow with? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why even waste you the leader, you the man. Why are you even wasting? Why are you slowing down what you got to work on? Why are you slowing down your space, your vision, your legacy? You 50-something years, I didn't witness it. I'm seeing it. You know, and I'm one of them guys like, well, when I see it, I get turned off. I don't want to be around. Yeah. I don't even want to be around it. So, you know, again, we've all dealt with women that we didn't know, you know, didn't want to deal with. I understand that, but now that we're older, to the guys who fit that narrative, why still waste your time? Why still waste your time? Why still chase and play the game when you know it's a waste of, like you already know what it is?
So are you are you saying a man that's single or a man that's in a relationship?
I'm saying a man that's single.
Okay. So a man that's single.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're saying that men that are single should not be out here playing the field?
No.
I'm
underneath that context. Okay, right.
I'm just trying to get clarity.
My clarity.
Because you got to think about it, we got a lot of people listening.
Of course.
And a lot of people might watch it. So just to get a better understanding for them to be like, okay, this is what he's talking about. Okay, a man that's married or a man that's single. So you said a man that's single. Okay, cool.
Right. So my thing is, in a perfect world, you have a mature brother who has earned his keep, earned his position to be a man that women will zoom in on.
So is he considered high value?
A high value brother, yes.
Okay.
Or a brother that's on his way.
Either way, taking care of his business.
Right. You know, it'll just be far more productive to deal with a woman who can appreciate that. And it will be just far more productive for him to deal with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? On the reverse, to deal with a woman with similar understanding. So therefore, if anything does take off, it can take off. You know what I'm saying?
So playing devil's advocate just a little bit, just for context.
Right.
So you got a man that's out here that's watching in the audience right now.
Right.
He's out here dating. He's on top of his stuff. He's focused.
Right.
In the process of dating, he has intercourse with this woman.
Right.
But in the process of that, then it doesn't work out.
Right.
But he's already consummated with her. He's already had intercourse with her. So do you feel like that he wasn't genuine in getting to know her, and that was just a part of the package deal, that they were both feeling each other and they got involved, you know, sexually? Or does he shut it back down until he meets the next woman? And then, because you got to think about it, a lot of times we actually have encounters with women that, bro, let me just say it like this.
Go ahead.
Women don't want men with D-discipline.
There's context there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to break it down.
Okay.
So let's just say this, and I've talked about this a million times. Ladies, y'all know this. If you got a man sleeping next to you that you are attracted to, you're into him, he's trying to be celibate, you not really on it, you don't care or not, but you like the fact that he's not out here sleeping around. But if that man is celibate towards you, if that man is celibate toward that woman, continually, and he doesn't touch her.
Okay, I got you.
He's spending the night with her.
Right. Now,
no clothes on.
Now, I'm going to keep it real. Let me address that real fast. That is true. That's 100% true. And, you know, again, this show is for the men, but, you know, even to our sisters, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all got to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep talking like y'all want this, you know, this certain type of man, but in the same exact sentence, if he isn't toxic enough, you don't want to deal with him either. And, man, that's actually really, I guess that's like a hole in my game. But
no, it's not a hole.
No.
It's not a hole in your game, my brother. It's a reality because, bro,
if
a woman is interested in me and I'm interested in her,
right,
and she's spending the night in my house, I'm spending the night at her house. Boom.
How do you do that?
I haven't touched her. We done been naked in the bed together.
Right.
I haven't touched her not one time.
Right.
I haven't spooned, none of that. Right. She gonna be on the phone with her homegirls.
That's a fact.
He ain't touched you yet, girl.
That's a fact.
He been sleeping with me. He ain't touched me not one time.
Right.
Two things gonna happen.
They gonna assume you gay.
She gonna assume you that, or she's going to what's my thought?
Thank you.
No, not sleep with somebody else. She's gonna think that you're not attracted to her that way.
But you know what though? But
herself, bro. I'm telling you.
But no. But that's a fact. However, that's just proof of the brokenness of the women. Of that, you know what I'm saying, that is guilty of doing this.
Okay.
Because traditionally, you know, a woman wouldn't be moving that way. She wouldn't be thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? When we dive back into our history, a man who is more focused on building with so on and so forth, and he has not slept with you yet. Hell, it's been 2 weeks. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? But it shows the brokenness because it just proves you know, again, how broken we are as a culture, men and women, and what men previously before that dude was doing and how she was responding to him. And that is complete ridiculous. You know, it just is dumb to even think something like that. You know what I'm saying? My opinion. You know, so I'm on your side on that one. But then to the women, they got to pick a side. Like, do you want a man that is genuinely a leader of your home, a leader of these single women, based off the data? You have children without fathers, without the proper leadership. You have a man in the picture who is bringing these attributes to the table, and you now questioning his manhood because the man is attempting to walk with a level of integrity. That's ass backwards.
So, boss, let me ask you this. Yeah. So, have you ever seen a woman communicate and talk about dealing with a man that was into her, but she wasn't into him?
Of course.
And she still allowed that man to spend money on her.
That's a fact.
And she still allowed that man to take her out on dates,
That's
etc. And then, guess what? On the backside, she letting Joe Blow that ain't doing nothing for her, not interested in her, and none of that because she's attracted to him or he blows her back out the way she likes it. But guess what? That man doesn't have to do anything. Listen, that's why I said this, bro.
That's a fact, bro.
I said this on Valentine's. I mean, the day after Valentine's Day, because I didn't want to spoil nobody's fun.
He said you don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. I didn't want to ruin
the mood.
I said this, and I meant it. A woman that's ever had a one-night stand does not deserve a Valentine. Because you know what a lot of women do? They meet a man in the process, leading up to that date, February 14th. That man is she's expecting presents and gifts on Valentine's Day. Now, you know 9 times out of 10, you know it's going to happen, right? They're going to get a hotel, yada, 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 it's going to go down.
Right.
All right? Now, he had to do all this, buy all these gifts and do all this stuff just to play.
Right.
But I guarantee that man had that she had that one night stand with, that man didn't do nothing.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do a goddamn thing.
That's
nothing, brother. Nothing.
That's 100% fact.
I asked, at least you know how Kevin Samuels go to is rate yourself. I asked every woman, have you ever had a one night stand? If you ever had a one night stand, what was the reason? That man ain't paid no bills. That man haven't done anything to deserve. What was it? They always say I was attracted to him. He was my type.
But the real reality is that they're broken. That's my.
I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You know, just pivoting on the women for a moment. I don't know where in the culture where we have gotten to a space that casual sex is just normal. It just is so normalized. It's so, sex was made for procreation.
Origin, yes.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Sex was made to, for divine masculine and feminine energy to come together and create something beautiful, man. And develop something real for long term, So when we have now a culture of women, sticking to the topic real for a moment, who are just taking casual sex as something, it's just, I like how our culture, men and women, but I like how our culture, we will just take sin. I went there.
Okay, he went there.
I went there. How we just take sin and we just rename it. We just repackage it as something else.
That's heavy.
And then call it a whole new product when it's not. It's the same. It's sin. it's all over again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But because it's repackaged and rebranded as something new, what's wrong with this? This isn't that bad, but in reality, that goes directly against the word of God. I'm not trying to preach to nobody, but it does. It goes directly against the word of God. It goes directly against why you're even here. It goes directly against why the man is. It's a complete contradiction to who we say. Or better yet, it's a complete contradiction for why God created us to, in the first place. So, how we're just normalized and how we have normalized through the media, through the music videos, the music, everything, bro. We have just normalized it so much that women think because she's not at a level 10, because everybody else at a level 10, I'm at a level 4. I'm at a level 6. I'm not that bad. I'm not going there.
Are you talking looks wise?
No, I'm sorry. So a level 10, I'm meaning is a woman who's out there bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's out there bad. I mean, it got a price tag on it. Whoever is out there bad. But then you have this woman who's not at a level 10. She just at a level 4.5, maybe half. She's at a 5. And now she think because she's at a level 5, it's not that bad. I'm not doing so bad. And when in reality, you know, all them levels of trash. Yeah, that's a fact. All of them trash.
Okay, so
Big trash can.
so how do we bring this back around to the men? Watch this. I'm gonna ask you a question. So how do we hold the men accountable when we know from the beginning of time that men have always married and had multiple women? Biology, you cannot find a civilization that was not started on polygamy. You can't find.
I haven't done that homework, so I can't challenge you.
Do your homework. Do your homework. But I'm not advocating polygamy. It's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that men have been known since the beginning of the time to deal with a lot of women.
Right.
Is that not a factual statement?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, if a man is going to be disciplined, right? If a man is going to be disciplined, but women does not respect discipline. Not all women, but a lot of women do not respect discipline. She only cares about if he's disciplined when in reference to dealing with other women. But she doesn't want him disciplined to her.
Right, understood.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, understanding the biology of a man, right? Even if we are disciplined, they don't want to discipline. But then when we're tempted by other women, right? If I do give in, let's say I shun 1,000 women. Let's say I'm tempted by over 1,000 women, but on a number 1,001, I give in. Right? I give in. Okay. I shot off 1,000 women. I give in one time. I'm gonna get crucified like I've never shunned off 1,000 women.
Right. It only take one time to ruin you.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got people out here that will end the whole marriage, end the whole relationship because he slipped up. And I'm not advocating to slip up. But what I'm saying is, where's the grace? Where's the redemption? Where's the 80-20 rule?
I'm gonna be real. So, I'm
not saying a man that's slipping around. I'm talking about a man that was faithful, loyal, and he happened to fall.
That's a good question. Well, number one, I'm gonna say as a leader myself, and to my brothers out there who are fellow leaders, number one. I don't really care what a woman wants. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really. I'm gonna bring context though. What I mean by that is, I don't. What a woman want in that scenario has nothing to do with your purpose and with what and how you're moving. Meaning, if a woman can't respect your movement, move around. She needs to move around.
Gosh.
So I don't need no Eve in my ear trying to get me to tempt me with the apple. You know what I'm saying? If you know I'm on my firm move and you keep trying to bring me into some nonsense, then you ain't for me anyway. So move around.
I can rock.
That's what I mean, right?
I can rock.
So number one, I tell a brother to number one, like I said, like back on that example, our culture, to my brothers, we're too leaning when it comes to the Eve and Adam kind of perspective.
But did the Bible basically set a premise to the fact that you have to understand that in this world you're going to be tempted?
No. I understand that. What I'm saying is that women can be a huge distraction for us.
They have been since the beginning of time.
That's a fact. Now
that's how real it is.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of women that are in relationships are not factoring that in.
They don't know.
The Bible says this: Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive our debt, forgive our debt. Lead us not into what? Temptation. You gotta understand, temptation is real. And I'm not saying that you have to fall to it. But what my message to the women is this: stop throwing your man away if you know he's a good man.
Right, I agree.
I'm not saying accept somebody that's out here sleeping around with 1 million women. I'm not saying accept a man that's out here that falls. I mean, that's being disrespectful with it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if you know that man is a good man, that man is a good father, why mess up your home? Watch this.
I already know.
Watch this. Beverly, that's in Highland Park. Husband making $500,000 a year. Her husband cheat. Oh, Jim had an affair. Yeah. Oh, we're going to counsel. We're going to work on it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Our sisters, gone.
Well, please let me address that.
I'm talking about most of them.
No.
They throw the whole family away.
Well, number one, I just want to I want to address that.
Talk to me.
we spoke about earlier about the Adam and Eve effect, and I feel like a lot of my brothers we're becoming like we get that, you know, that women are going to tempt us, but too many of us are giving in, and too many of us are allowing women and their emotions to dictate our logical purpose and our and our legacy. Like, we need to stay focused on where we're going and how we're moving. I don't really care about what the crowd is saying. Stay on that track and move forward. Now, with our women who will throw the whole family away, I'm gonna be real. We had that conversation the other day, and I was talking to a young, beautiful woman, and I was letting her know. I said, listen, I said, based off that context, you damned if you do, damned if you don't, as a woman. Because if you're married to a man and now you're going to divorce the man and now have kids or whatever, now they would, single parents, so on and so forth, because the man cheated on you. Now you're back single, and now you're back entertaining and sleeping with men who are currently cheating on you because they're not in a relationship with you. One way or another, and based off the example, a man is sleeping with another woman regardless. Okay. Again, let's go back to the example. She's in the marriage. The husband cheated on her with this woman. She don't like it. She wants a divorce. Okay, boom, they get the divorce. Now she's single.
On the dating market.
She's on the dating market. She meets a single man at the club. They hang out a few times, and they're sleeping around. But that man is not committed to her either. Yeah. He is sleeping with 5 other women. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
In both examples, the men are sleeping with different women. So why not, catch my context, why not stay in the commitment that where you're covered and protected and genuinely loved on? Why do you break all that away to go back into a scenario where the man don't care about you? That's a real question. You know what I'm saying? Because in both scenarios, you can't say in both scenarios, men have stepped out based off the context. So why are you leaving a space where the first man who did, he genuinely loved you? But why go back to the environment that don't?
Bro, listen. And then, especially if you got a kid by that man, by your husband.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And you know he's a great husband.
That's a fact. Yeah.
He's a great man. So then you're going to try to bring another man in that got to try to build a relationship that might not be as loving.
That ain't going to.
Because, listen, that man, listen, I'm talking about the average man. The average man that steps in is not going to be like that's like me. You already know what type of dad I am. You not finna find no another man that love my kids more than me.
That's a fact.
Not going to happen.
Right.
You're not going to find another man that's going to do for me. Right. Do for my kid. Listen, I'll take a bullet by mine. He ain't finna do that. It's not even a question what I'm gonna do for my kids.
It's interesting how women, and they'll justify it, and they'll say whatever they gotta say to make it feel right. But at the end of the day, your feelings don't change the facts. We do acknowledge your feelings. We care about how you feel, but your feelings still have to be parallel to logical and data and what's in the real world. It's almost like a woman wants you to go into her bubble with her, in her little protected bubble. How she feels is so important. I'm thinking that's fine. But the second you're done, when you step back out in the real world, the reality is still happening one way or another.
So get back on the highway.
So we have a comment about what you just said. She, Regina, can't say her last name. Now you're going to mess it up like that.
Miss Regina, how you doing?
She said not throwing away the family away, just letting the man go and now at peace. There's no commitment if the man has cheated. He didn't love me, nor is he great if he's cheating.
All right, so to Miss Regina, I do respect, saying your stance on that. I definitely hear you, but I disagree wholeheartedly, because now the question is, back to my example, where are you going to go? The new man that you're dating as a single woman is also sleeping with other women. So again, where are you going? Any man that you're going to date casually is going to be sleeping with other women before even knowing your name.
And think about how many men she has to entertain.
That's a fact. Until she finds the right one.
And for how long she has to
So how many
entertain.
more carousel rides you got to take? And then how many more? And watch this.
And then that's not your kid's father if you have a positive, productive father.
Hold on, I have to say this. Here's another thing that women don't, even to Miss Regina's point, back to being single and mixing and mingling.
Talk to him, Bob.
Y'all got to understand that men, we talk. We talk. I want to be very, very clear. We talk.
Yeah.
I've witnessed where men who don't even know you have seen you out with a woman and come back on the next day or 2 or 3 at the event and say, "Hey, brother, remember so-and-so you? Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, out, in the word, out of there." Yeah, men, we're going to talk. So now here's my point. My point is now what's your reputation for the new man, right? Like, you're back single, you're back mingling, you're back mixing, doing whatever, that you're doing. And let's say you have to sleep with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, 7 more guys to find this new boyfriend of yours. Man, women really think that crap don't be getting out when it does. Like, respectfully, ladies, y'all don't think we know this information? Y'all don't think we know, like, Trey, I'm not going here, but Trey, there's been women who have shown mutual interest, right? They don't think we know what's happening. Yeah, like it's women don't give men enough credit about how logical we are when it comes to marriage.
Yeah.
Now, we may play crazy for a one-night stand. We may play crazy for a short-time fling.
For sure.
We may play crazy for a situationship. You may got us on that. But it's a reason why, unfortunately, the vast majority of women that's going to watch this video, I guarantee you, it's sad to say, is in a situationship. That is done by design. That is a design. This is architect at its finest.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's by design. It's because the man don't respect you enough based off your reputation, based off how you conducted yourself, based off what he heard from other people about you, based off how you move when he see you, based off how you move when he met you. You think because you was in this club dancing and this dude got your number and you thinking things gonna go, no, it's not gonna go right, because he knew before going into that club, that's not where he gonna find his wife at. I'm talking to somebody, bro. I swear to God, I'm talking to somebody.
Hey, I'm gonna let you cook.
Yeah. So,
land your plane.
So, yeah. So, just bringing it back home, women gotta keep that in mind, respectfully, ladies, how you're moving. So when you're going to and let's get back to the real punchline. You're going to disregard your husband, cut him short. Now you're a single mom with kids. You're back on the market. You're having to mix and mingle with different men because that's the market now, because other women are doing it based off the context.
You got to try to co-parent.
You got to compete. You got to do all these things. And you just don't understand how much damage that does to a reputation to now your new boyfriend or your new man, to know that go to any random bar, 2 to 3 men in that bar and been in your woman. That's a problem. And women don't keep that into account. Women don't keep that into account. And men, I close on this. Men, we're big on our reputation. We're big on our respect. We're big on creating and making a presence when we enter a room. How we're going to enter a room respectfully with a Barnum and Bailey on our shoulder. We walking in prestige. We're walking in with, everybody respecting us. But the woman has now tainted the name, tainted the brand because of her reputation. Everybody in the room know about her reputation.
Amir, read that comment one more time.
Yeah, let's go there.
Read her comment one more time, please.
So she said, not throwing away the family away, just letting the man go and now at peace. There is no commitment if the man has cheated. He didn't love me, nor is he great if he's cheating.
Well, hold on. So I guess so. Let me ask you a question. Was Martin Luther King great?
Was King David great?
Was Malcolm X great?
Malcolm X.
Like, listen. Just because
it's broken, like, that's a broken logic, sweetheart.
Nelson Mandela.
That boy said Nelson Mandela.
I don't understand why women equate a man sleeping around with another woman or cheating that he's not great. I don't understand. For the life of me, I don't get it. That does not. That you might try to assassinate his character, and then you got to think about it. People act like people stay the same, bro.
No,
listen.
Where are we? We either going forward or backwards.
So this what I'm saying. Yeah. The decisions that I made at 19, right? I'm not gonna be making it 25. The decision I made at 25, I'm not gonna be making it 35. I'm just saying for the mass majority, right? If we sit back, we'd be like, if I had an opportunity to do things different, I would.
Right.
It's basically what I'm saying.
Right.
So just because he did that then, it does not mean he's gonna continue to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Is all I'm saying. So that like women, just because you don't cheat, it does not mean that you haven't done something wrong. Because watch this. She could have came home and he wanted dinner and she was like, babe, I don't want to do this. Because some women are great for saying, I don't feel like doing this. So guess what? You didn't hold up your end of the bargain anyway.
No, let me tell you. Here's why. Women equate cheating as this big giant detriment, which under context I will agree as well. By the way, I want to be very clear on that. But the reason why so many women do is because they cannot step outside of their own bodies and their own emotions. A woman equates a man cheating the same way she equates herself cheating. And the woman herself, she understands that if she were to go cheat, that means that she's emotionally somewhere else. That means that she's mentally and spiritually somewhere else. She can't comprehend that a man can lay with another woman and in a lot of cases not even like her.
And not fact.
Don't even know her whole name.
In a lot of cases, you know what I'm saying?
What you say, Amir?
Don't even know her whole name.
Don't even know her whole entire
I'm
name.
not even gonna be on. I've slept with a lot of women. I didn't even know their name.
Don't know the woman's name.
That's sad. I'm gonna be honest.
No. Let's call it what it is. And so the women, they can't comprehend that. And they keep thinking that we're equal because they've been bought into propaganda.
That's true.
And we're not equal. And I keep trying to tell women that. You know what I'm saying? Number one, there has to be a coach on the team. Let's start there, right? But either way, we're different, you know, and we're perfectly different. That's how God designed it. It's a yin and a yang. And men do things that, you know, that would be considered a double standard for women and vice versa. You know, women got their double standards as well. So women can't step outside of their own palette to see, well, dang, this dude didn't slept with so-and-so, so-on. That means that he cares, and women get real in, what's the word? Women are not just married to the man or loving the man because of the emotion. They are married because of the security and everything else. True. You know, especially when she's a mature woman.
Right.
So she don't want, now, I don't want you sleeping with nobody because now you're threatening my empire because all those resources are really my resources, and now she's coming in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
course.
She has the
that's good talk.
Yeah. And she now has the potential to take my man away. Thinking as the woman, and now that removes everything off from underneath her, and that has happened before.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So women are very much
and I can understand.
And
I can understand why women are territorial. I can understand.
No, it's understood.
But I'm thinking more on the understanding of knowing your man. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when I say knowing your man, knowing that okay, you have a good man and you dropped the ball, because we gotta quit. I'm just trying to get women to stop throwing the man away because he stepped out.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
That's where I'm getting with.
Well, like I said too. So I'm gonna bring a little balance here. I'm bringing some balance here. So
because hold on, and let me make the last point. And the only reason I say that because if every woman look at her life right now, every woman, every man watching this, listening to this podcast, they know somebody married that's cheating, that's trying to cheat, or that done cheated. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. So at the end of the day, quit acting like what I'm saying is foreign or far-fetched. Because you got a lot of women right now got married men in their inbox. Now, should the married man be in our inbox? No, he shouldn't. You feel what I'm saying? Right. I'm not saying I'm not trying to take the accountability away from the man.
Not at all.
But what I'm saying is, if a man dodge 1,000 women and one get him, god dang. Like, come on.
Well,
I dodged 1,000.
Well, here's what
think about this.
I got you.
The man, I pushed off 1,000 women. I gave in to one. Okay, boom. I got tired.
And then you're tripping.
Bro, have a bulletproof vest on. Get shot too many times. One of them gonna hit you. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
You gonna get weak. So what I'm trying to get women is, listen, y'all need to start praying for your man that he not into temptation. But a lot of y'all not even praying for your man.
No, well, I would definitely agree there that that the women should be praying for their men.
They should.
As a whole, even outside of that, just as a complete
totally
whole.
Agree. Cause think about as a man, as a man, what we deal with every day that we don't even talk about. Yeah. The thoughts that we have that we don't let come out of our mouth, and we sitting right there in the house with our woman. That's what y'all don't understand. You want your man to open up. Why I'm gonna open up when I know if I talk, you're gonna use it against me.
Oh, use it against you and judge you.
That's a fact.
And judge you. That's true. And
this recently happened to me, bro.
And
bro, bro, look at me in my eyes, bro. This recently happened to me. I call myself opening up, fam.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I call myself opening up, trying to be transparent.
Right.
And in the second breath, God used against me. Swear to God, bro. I'm talking about literally, because it was a heated conversation.
Right.
I called myself doing the right thing.
Right.
Opened up, made a comment about something, turned right back around and used it again.
Backfire.
I'm like, I can't
That
even.
show, yeah.
I can't even talk to you. Like,
Yeah.
you want me to say this? You want me to come clean? You want me to say this? How I'm gonna do that?
Right.
When I know you're gonna attack me.
Right. You're not even gonna take, you know what I'm saying, how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, serious. You're not
At
even gonna
all.
respect it. But that's the whole essence that she's built off of, though. You know what I'm saying? Is respecting how she feel, acknowledge how she feel, know how she feel, walk around how she feel. But then here you go trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speak your space and speak your mind, and that same energy is not, you know, it's not getting in return. Man, dealing with I've learned, I will say this. I want to give credit to just sisters in general, but I'm talking about like worldwide, because I've learned that it's not black women. It is this new westernized culture.
Mindset, yeah.
It's the mindset who have bought into it. There are plenty of black women still here, and you know what I'm saying, in the States, but just also across the world, man, who don't allow this propaganda to destroy their homes and their relationships and look at their own men as the enemy. Man, and I'm talking about women in the South and in South America, so on and so forth, to Africa, West Africa, to Ghana, you know what I'm saying, Cameroon, so you know, just so on and so forth. And you know, and when you hear the women speak in these other countries, bro, we're like, bro, the West, I'm respectfully saying this, man, we're being laughed at. And it's not even just black women and black men speaking of this concept outside of America. I'm talking about Middle Eastern brothers and sisters. Bro, the women in the Middle East, I'm talking about from Dubai to, so they don't think like that. They, you know, they don't have this mindset that the man is the enemy or that the woman is the enemy. The women take pride. And now I will say this, especially in Dubai, a lot of the women, they are career, they make good money, but brother, before that money is their family, and just to still see. It's almost as if what America was trying to do with all the nonsense, other pieces of the world have got it together. Even if these are going to be working women, these women prioritize family, prayer, their beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Praying 5 times a day. They do all that. And they don't allow what their income to determine the positioning of the home when it comes to the man and the woman. The woman understands that her role in their home is powerful. Man, with the man's seed, man, you bring life. A man would never be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And women, not all, but the ones who fit the narrative, man, y'all minimize where y'all are strong at, and y'all get so caught up in what a man got going on and what the attributes of a man, and you too busy trying to be a man. You need to just be focusing on what makes you different. You know what I'm saying? What makes you special, and embrace that, because as a dude, I would never be able to walk around 9 months pregnant with a child. I don't want to.
Sure.
And even when women had a monthlies and so on and so forth, you see what they go through. It's like, God bless you. I don't know, man, I'm a man. Listen, bro, if I get bit by a mosquito, I'm crying, bro. I'm going to land on the couch. I want the woman to hold me, console me. Man, straight up. So
yeah, I'm a baby when I'm sick. I'm gonna keep it 100. When I'm sick, bro,
toddler, bro. I'm a toddler, bro. So women.
So
embrace that
on the highway. So how can because we started out talking about the men. So let's get back on the men. But we had to make some segues just for context. Right?
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You was a little colorful in the beginning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we had to bring some context. I was playing devil's advocate, just create the conversation. You know, a lot of people can think. I'm gonna let you dive in on this. And Amir, we have any more questions? Let's tackle these questions real quick.
We do.
Okay, hold on real quick. So how are men supposed to navigate in 2023 in a westernized society so you said one thing that men need to do, we need to start being celibate.
I think that'd be the smartest thing to do. Facts.
So men need to. So we want to bring resolve. Men need to start being celibate and stop sleeping around.
Well, let me give. Okay, we're gonna hit each one. I'm gonna give you the whys, right? All right. So the first one is men being celibate. My stance is a man should, because picking the right woman is probably one of the, if not the, or one of the most important decisions a man's gonna ever make in his life.
That's a fact.
And we already know women have distracted us. I don't care what man is watching this podcast. I don't care how rich you is. At some point in time, you were distracted by a woman, and I guarantee you, it either set you back in some form of fact. I don't care who you is as a man, or if it hasn't happened to you, you ain't dealt with enough women. That's 100% fact.
True.
So my point is, I'm not saying it's easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, again, in the perfect space, if a man can just put a woman, just put her over here. She's over here. Boom. Now, let's get focused on what's important. So I would tell a man to put that aside. I would tell a man to be selfish in the proper context and focus on you. Focus on where you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Break this whole timeline down. And how do you want your business, your life, your future, your legacy? Like, what do you want your name to stand on? And then from there, then start talking about how to fit a woman in. Cause I'm done. Like, let me be very, very clear. I'm done with the chasing of anything. I don't chase. I'm done. That's some 20-year-old shit, right? So in 2023, it's 100% driven. And how I bring my woman in is how I'm building my tomorrow and not my yesterday.
I like what you're doing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like what you're doing. I like the projection of everything you're doing. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
The Bible gave Adam, God gave Adam work before he gave Adam a wife. A woman.
Right,
Let me say a woman, not a wife. A woman.
Right.
Because from my understanding, they never did get married, but that's a whole nother conversation. Right. A woman, right?
Right.
So what you're saying that men need to get focused on their program and the vision and purpose that God gave them or their desire.
Right.
Don't focus on women be celibate for a period of time.
Right.
When you bring that woman into your life,
right,
lay out your vision and your plan. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I got going on, baby. How can you fit in on this? In this vision.
Let me
not just come over here and we kiss, have sex. No. That's not enough. I need to know how are you going to help magnify
how we pushing what's going on. Right.
Yeah.
And this
have goals in the relationship.
Right. Because it's so many becauses. You know what I'm saying? But it will keep the man focused on his tomorrow and stop being distracted by the nonsense. Because once we get focused, right? Once we get focused, you start to get a clear view on all the distractions. And now you're able to recognize the distraction. See, beforehand, you was, easily probably caught up and tangled up because you didn't know, whatever the case is. But now that you already know, man, 5 years, man, I need to have X amount of property. I need to have X amount of my life insurance. I need to have X amount for kids I don't even have yet, but I want to be prepared when I have them. So now when I'm knowing where I'm going. So when a woman is coming to me, I already know so-and-so, yeah, you cute and all, but next.
No, so what I was saying was that when you try to bring her in on your purpose and your plan,
right, and
your vision,
right,
if she's not willing to come get on your program, then she's not the one. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, we ain't wasting. We ain't wasting no time.
Gotcha.
And one thing that we have to understand,
and men want. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, you good.
But what it is that a lot of men want to get women on their program,
right? And
I believe that the only way to get women on our program is that we have a plan.
Bro, that's 100% fact.
We first got to have a program.
Brother,
that's it right
bro,
there.
That's the punchline.
Okay, cool.
So because the thing about it, you have a whole bunch of leaders, quote unquote wannabe leaders, but ain't leading the damn thing. There's no program, there's no agenda. We're not going.
So if the woman say, babe, where are we gonna be in the next 5 years? What are we gonna be doing?
In the club, throwing money.
So women need to understand that they have a part to play too.
Women have a huge part, and I'm gonna be real with it. I think a woman is at her best when she know her role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, women may take that some kind of way.
All right, hold on, real quick. Let's extend that there. What about these? Hold on. What about a man that's purpose driven, but he gets a career woman? Ooh.
That's totally fine.
No, so what I'm saying is she can't get on his program because she already has her own career and things going.
That's not true at all. Oh, that's not true. That's a lie from the pits.
No, I didn't say it was.
No, I got you being funny.
But what I'm saying is that you have some women that are so career driven that have so much going on that their schedule won't allow them to get on the man's program.
Right.
And when I say his program, I'm talking about helping what he got going on.
Right. So,
or you think it's just a matter of balance?
Well, number one, I would say then she ain't the right woman. Like I said, what it will boil down to me, it'd be real simple. So let's assume I'm dating a woman that's bringing in 20 racks a month, right?
Yeah.
All right. So she bringing in 20 racks a month. Respectfully saying this, I am in control of what's happening with the finances, right?
So this is not married.
This is not. leading towards.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying
towards.
that, hold on. So you're saying that leading toward marriage, and this is a serious relationship.
Oh, yeah, understood.
This is not a flyby. Y'all
Right.
already established that y'all in a monogamous relationship.
Right.
That the man should have control over the finances.
Well, that sounds because I know they're gonna take control out of context.
Oh, you know that.
Yeah. You already know. So what I mean by that is you're not, ladies, or to the women who are dealing with a man with this understanding, you're not dealing with again a fly by night individual as a dude either. Mm-hmm. So let's assume, ladies, you're in a very mature position and you're dating a man with that level of understanding. For you to take direction on how you move financially, because what a woman would tend to do is be more into the moment and not for tomorrow. And I'm not mad at her for that. I'm not knocking her. So what I mean is, when a woman that typically makes not say typically, but there's many who will make $5,000 a month, mm-hmm. and then they have a lifestyle around $5,000 a month. Now let's assume that she goes to $10,000 a month. Instead of being smart with the finances and that movement, she would then take her lifestyle to $10,000 a month. And it doesn't matter how much money she makes. She's going to want the instant gratification now to some capacity, rather a new car, shopping, trips, something that's irresponsible that's hindering her tomorrow. All right. So as a man, what I'm saying is, so if I'm coming in and the woman is bringing in $20,000 a month, we ain't talking about my money yet. Now I'm just saying a woman is bringing in $20,000 a month and you're on the program, but based off your context, she's a career woman or maybe a high term, I don't know, executive somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she's doing $20,000 a month. Well, we're going to sit down and we're going to break that down. What does this look like after tax? Okay, let's assume it's $20K even. All right, well, what's the lifestyle now? What's needed? What are the needs going on within the home as of now? Let's assume that comes up to $6,500 a month, or let's say $6,000 a month. All right. So if it's $6,000 a month, okay, I don't know, we'll just say about $7K. $7K, boom. Out of that 20, put 7 over here, and we'll break down the other 13.
Yeah.
And we'll put that over, how we worked it out from life insurance, so on and so forth. But my point is, we'll put the 13 over here. And I don't even mean with me. I'm not saying in my account. I'm not saying that. I'm saying have another account in your name, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not your husband yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But have it over here. But I want to, be on top of it. 2 months go by, that should be $26K though, right? Yeah. All right, you see what I'm saying? So on and so forth, as the months progress. And then what I will come in with also with my money, doing the exact same thing. I'm a minimalist in that space. So if I make 20, 25, 30K, I'm gonna live out $4,000. The majority is going up on my end. So with this whole ideal is still being on the program is to now diversify and then buy into those real estate assets that you already know I'm already involved in, and continue to press, and we're going to continue to press that forward. So then when it comes back to, wanting to live in a 7-figure home or wanting to have this fancy whatever lifestyle, we need to have duplicated ourselves so much so in business, therefore that new lifestyle isn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a cakewalk.
Exactly.
But if
y'all working together.
Cool, we're working together and we have a game plan, and also this fits within the tomorrow play. Okay, what do I see as the man? Put the woman aside. What do I see myself 5 years? 10 years, 15 years. So this goes all the way back to the topic of men being celibate, because I would say if you're not celibate, okay, and you're sleeping around with one or two, anything can happen. Now watch this. Now let's go with the man who don't want to be celibate. He's hard-headed. He think he know it all. Okay. So on, the ego and the pride get in the way, right? Cool. Yeah. Now you're doing you. So now you sleeping around with, you got 2 girls you knock off. You know what I'm saying? They your little routine. We all keep the little rotation going, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So you got 2 girls that you're dealing with. But you got your game plan now, but you still want to dip and dab when it's convenient for you, so on and so forth, right? Now you say 5 years from now, I want to be here, but within year 3, one of your legs just got pregnant. Oh boy, that's a big monkey wrench to that 5-year plan. That's a huge monkey wrench in that little 5-year plan.
See where you're going with.
Shit, man, listen. So now you have to detour and take care of responsibility. So now you're tacking on another, you know what I'm saying? So if you're climbing this mountain, now you're putting on another 30, 40,
extra
50
weight.
Pounds on your back to climb this mountain.
Sure, to get to where you're going.
And then what about hypothetically, what about if the other girl got pregnant? What about anything? What happened if you got an STD that you can't get rid of?
Yeah.
It's a plethora of things that can go wrong.
Gosh.
Why not just stay focused and and be a sniper with the woman rather than having an AK, a Draco, and you hitting it, but you're shooting everything, but you don't know what you're hitting. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point is just being more
sniper,
just being a little bit more mature.
All right, so
with it.
Nah, I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. All right, Amir, let's go. You have the feed up on YouTube also?
Most people are on the Facebook.
Okay. Did we get any questions on YouTube at all? Any super chats, anything?
No, we got in the beginning. We got some stars from Jennifer Williams. She sent us 50 stars.
Oh, you talking about Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had one more question, but I think we kind of passed that subject. If you want me to keep.
No, we can bring it back. Come on.
Yeah. What's the question?
So let me find her again. Her name was Tony.
We can bring it back.
Let me 1 second. Let me find her question one more time. But I can. Basically, what she said was, even if he cheated, what do you expect us to do? Just stay there in the abuse until he decides to divorce us?
Abuse.
Hold on. What's said again?
So we were not. Hold on, Jennifer. So Jennifer.
Tony.
I apologize. So we're not talking about somebody that's habitually cheating. None of that. Like, we're talking about somebody that had an infraction. They're willing to work on it. They're willing to go to counseling. They're willing to do all the necessary things to do to fix the family. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about somebody that's beating you, going upside your head, being disrespectful.
No, that's disrespect.
Out here sleeping with the
there.
world. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about an infraction. You know what I mean? It could be one or two infractions, but it's not. I'm saying that okay, it's wrong or disrespectful, right? But his infraction might not be your infraction, and that's where I think a lot of women mess up at, is that they're looking at cheating like it's the end all be all. But I'm pretty sure that there's something in the home that you're not doing right. You see what I'm saying? And then not only that, let's just be real. The saying in the streets is that women cheat better than men.
That's a fact. Yeah.
They don't.
No. Just listen. I mean, I get that, but I'm saying that that's the saying.
They
that
got a
women
team
cheat
full
better
of
than men.
liars.
So a lot of times, if a woman does cheat, we never know about it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, let me add this 2 cents to it.
So I'm just trying to get women to know, like, quit trying to point the finger like y'all perfect and like you haven't done anything. Just because you ain't cheated, you messed up in that marriage or you didn't do something. Like you got some women, they won't do certain things for their husband because they're mad.
Yeah, that's childish.
That's wrong. It's just as wrong, okay? And some women, think about the women that keep their legs closed when they mad.
Yeah, that's childish.
Come on, you're married, and because you're mad, you don't want to do it. That's just as wrong. But then that same woman to get mad if he went out and got it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
It's what business. But you know.
No. Yeah, that's not the context. You know what I'm saying? If a man's disrespecting you and doing all that, I'm a firm believer. Anything that can be, I don't care what we're talking about, we're gonna have respect on the table, or we're not gonna have the conversation. That's man or woman. We're not gonna raise our voice. We're not gonna do it. We're not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So I just firm believer of just keeping respect on the table at all times. Even if we can disagree, let's respectfully disagree and go from there. So if a man's abusing you, leave. That's 100%. You know, or get away from there, especially physical abuse.
Well, she wasn't talking about physical abuse. She was talking about just cheating. But I was just saying that we just not co-signing a whole bunch of toxicity. So don't act like we out here saying let somebody run over you. It's not what we're saying.
Right.
But I'm just saying that listen. He do wrong, you do wrong. Both of y'all doing wrong. His wrong might not be your wrong, but I'm pretty sure you done something wrong. You done messed up in somewhere in the marriage also. All right, we got to quit taking score. That's the problem.
Right. Agreed. No. Agreed.
Any more questions, Amir?
I think it is some on there.
Most of them are actually talking to each other. Let's see.
Well, one dude I did see, I forget the brother name, but he spoke about he's okay with, he agrees with a lot of what we're talking about. He was just saying he doesn't see anything wrong with having sex as long as it's consensual, so on and so forth. But I mean, and I get it, but I'm just saying like, man, how many times we're gonna ride the hamster wheel? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm not saying that it's just a guarantee. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is like, it's insanity to continue to do the exact same thing and expect something different about it.
And that's why we have so many single mothers.
That's 100%
That's why we have
fact.
so many broken. That's just like I said this earlier. Look at Highland Park. Look at Highland Hills.
Right.
What's the difference in between those two dynamics?
Well, number one, zip code.
Okay, but
Go ahead.
you're not gonna find a bunch of single parent homes in Highland Park.
Not even a little bit.
Not finna happen.
No.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen at all. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, 9 times out of 10, if that husband did cheat, that white woman ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact.
The average, they gonna stay with their husband.
That's a fact.
They gonna work it out for the family.
That's a fact.
But you know what? Black women gonna end the family out based off their emotions, how they feel. I'm being transparent.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right on that. It's no secret that we struggle with the household. So I just think it's common sense that we get to a space to where we move different. And sometimes I believe it may have to be an extreme level of movement, because once we get the habit down, we can move differently, without thinking about it. But,
Boss, look here. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
The more liberated women get, the less family households we have.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's 100% fact.
The more liberated women get, the more the household goes down the drain
Yeah,
because women are leading with how they feel. And if women would be transparent with themselves, even when you're raising a child, you understand that your child cannot react when they're at school, when they're on their job, based on how they feel. You cannot do it. It does not practical. It does not work in society. In real life, making decisions based off how you feel. So why would women would end a whole marriage based off how they feel? Listen, a man don't even, let's take cheating out the equation. I've seen women divorce their husband because they were not happy.
Oh, because they were bored.
Bored, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Bro, I've seen it.
Women say they get bored real quick.
They got bored.
They get bored real quick.
He's going to work, coming home, taking care of the kids. He's going to work, come home, taking care of the kids.
But
and they're
crazy,
bored.
But see, but
and they still divorced the man. He was a great provider, great man, great everything.
Now, what I would assume that is, again, number one, westernized culture. Let's start there. But I would assume that that's coming from the woman, again, who has bought into the Instagram, has bought into the social media and the lies of the fabrication of this special life. These women got these so-called lifestyles, and they want that lifestyle too. And now you got this man, he's going to work, so on and so forth, and she just doesn't appreciate that. Again, this is a phenomenon that's happening within the West. And I know I don't want to say anything bad to my sisters, but I will say this. The men that you're wanting, ladies, the men that you're saying that you want your hands on, those brothers are starting to seek women elsewhere outside of this country. And I don't mean for no prostitution. I don't mean for no nonsense. I'm talking about they going overseas, getting a part of the culture, what's happening, and they're actually meeting fellow black women. I want to be clear about this. Meeting other black women with a completely different mindset, a completely different mind. And the women, of course, are absolutely beautiful as always. So, not saying a woman should feel some kind of way about it, but all the women are doing is just running the men off. Y'all just running the men off, and it's sad, but that's what we're coming to. That's
so listen. Today, Brother Bob said, "Man, y'all got to be celibate. Y'all have to practice discipline." Pause.
And if a woman don't appreciate it, then you need to get you one that does.
Okay, cool. That's the level that men need to step up today. Stop running around here making single mothers.
Right.
Stop just sleeping around. Practice more discipline. Let a woman get your plan.
Dealing with low-hanging
get your
fruit.
Program and let that woman get on your program. So that's what we on today. Right. Men elevating, stepping up. All right. Now it might be a lot of men that disagree with the philosophy. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think Brother Boss brought some great wisdom today, and I think it's something that we all should sit down and really think about the pros and cons, the benefits, what's not beneficial to our lives, and how we have been moving for so long. How has that business model worked?
But that's my term. How has that business model been working out for you?
Yeah, for sure.
And it hasn't gotten us far. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't gotten us far at all, but a whole bunch of broken homes and a whole bunch of empty stories, about what we did. I don't care what are we doing and how we, what does the tomorrow look like?
Now, before we go, I just want to say, it's a lot of women out here that cheat too, right?
Oh, for sure.
We'll talk about them next time.
Okay, bet.
We'll
We can
talk
do
about
it.
them
We
next
can do
time.
it, yeah.
All right, listen, it's your boy Hard Truth, because that's all I give. You know, Bluerayfitness, Traylon Curry. I have a lot of aliases because I do a lot of things. This is the Men's Viewpoint platform. Make sure you like, make sure you share. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. Take the segment, post it on your page, but tag us and let us know how you enjoyed it.
Already, man. Boss Antoine, King Antoine. Follow me on all platforms. Y'all already know what it is, man.
All right, we're going to see y'all in the next one. Next week, same time, same grind. We out. Good show.